What a week it's been for Andy Murray. It does end now. It's ended here with Bautista Agut beating him in 4 sets. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about his win against Kokkinakis, which we haven't had a chance to react to yet on the channel. We'll be talking a little bit about the week he's had and the rest of the Australian Open, which continues to open up. There are some serious opportunities for players here. Ons Jabeur as well, knocked out the women's singles, so we're going to explore all that. But been a few days since our last update on the Australian Open. We're here to discuss it today. Hope you're all well. Big thanks to everyone who's been following our tennis content here on DR Sports. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy this video and subscribe to the channel for some updates as we approach the end of week 1 and we're getting ready for a big week 2. Let's just go through it. Andy Murray, and I've just got it here in front of me, lost to the 24th seed Bautista Agut, Roberto Bautista Agut. 7 aces for Andy Murray to his 5 double faults for Murray, 59% first serve percentage in. But the big and important score is that he's lost 3 sets to 1, 1-6, 7-6, 3-6, 4-6. So he did win that tiebreaker in the second, 9-7, gave himself a massive chance, and I think he had a break, didn't he, in the 4th? He was a break up. Bautista Agut broke back immediately. Look, he left it all out there, didn't he? He showed some real heart. He showed some real fight. He's even tweeted something that I'm going to pull up in a second here and talk about, because I think it just shows you the mentality he has. But what a week it's been. And if we just cast our minds back to 3 days ago when he beat Kokkinakis, and from 2 sets down against an Australian, of course, who would have had a lot of the home ground, backing him. Home crowd backing him, and to save some of the points and to that rally where he was basically just defending smash after smash after smash and ends up breaking him. Andy Murray has been unreal this week. He's been unreal, and a huge credit to him. He says, this is his tweet. 2 days ago, I randomly bumped into the doctor who in 2017 told me, the good news is the problem you have in your hip can be fixed, but you won't be able to play professional sport again. I think we dispelled that myth the last 5 days. Good night. And Andy Murray, I remember at the Australian Open, I think it must have been back in 2017 or 2018, whenever it was, that they basically said, look, everyone said their goodbyes. They did a goodbye. Thank you for the memories video to Andy Murray. And he was back, playing at a seriously competitive level. And what a run he's had, from Berrettini to Kokkinakis to Bautista Agut, being unseeded going into this Murray, it always left him with a lot of work to do just to get to the latter rounds. Had he been seeded, and maybe had some easier draws, who knows how far he'd have gone. But he had some real battles. He's played 14 sets of tennis in 3 days, and it's just a massive credit to him, what a talent he is and what a week he's had. He has just shown everyone again what a special player he is, and I think without having the amount of slams that Rafa, Federer and Djokovic have, he has shown through his fight and his ability to compete so often, and just some of the tennis he's played, that he is absolutely one of the greats. So fair play to Andy Murray. Really, really impressive. Of course, him out means that Bautista Agut has made it through. If we just look at some of the other players, Djokovic did win again, but it looks like this hamstring injury is a problem for him. He won the first set in a tiebreak 9-7, but then 6-3, 6-4 in the second and third. So got through it fairly comfortably in the end. But again, I don't think he's feeling too comfortable with his injury. So we will see how he does. He's got a tough next round, which we'll look at in a sec. Holger Rune made it through in the third round, straight sets as well, with a tiebreak in the third against Humbert, and Rublev beat Brit Dan Evans 6-4, 6-2, 6-3 as well, the number 5 seed. So some seeded top players going all the way. De Minaur as well in 3 sets, of course, playing in his home tournament. He'll be very, very happy. Now let's just have a little look at have I lost the dates? No, we've got them here. Right, let's look at what happened on Thursday as well. Oh no, I've lost the dates. Let's refresh this. I've lost the results. How can I give you the results without knowing them? Here we go. If we just go back to Thursday, the 19th of January, of course, we lost a few players as well. Let's have a little look. And, of course, it's gone to... I'm struggling with my laptop here. Apologies. Dimitrov, it was Zverev, that was it. We lost Zverev, we lost Taylor Fritz in 5 sets. And I think these are big opportunities. Casper Ruud, another one in 4 sets. I think these are big opportunities for players like Fritz, who got to the quarters of Wimbledon. Ruud, who's made a few finals and semi-finals. Zverev, who is a player that's been talked about for a long, long time. Lost that US Open final a few years ago. These were real opportunities, and they're going out early stage. I think that would have been super disappointing for them, especially when you look at Nadal, Alcaraz, Kyrgios, now Murray, Berrettini not being in it. I think they'll all be kicking themselves, especially Fritz, who went to 5 sets, won that 4th to pull it to 2-2, and didn't have enough to go, over the line and get that, 5th set win and move through to the next round. Casper Ruud as well in 4 sets. These will be really, really disappointing defeats. Zverev took the first set against Mo, I hope I pronounced that right. And they're out, and it's opened up massively. Let's have a look at some of the games we've got. Hurkacz for the 10th seed playing Korda. Auger-Aliassime's got an opportunity. He plays at 4:30 in the UK, 4:30 UK time in the 4th round. And the big one, which is an 8 a.m. Start, well, roughly, we obviously know that these games we could push back, is Tsitsipas versus Jannik Sinner. Now, these are 2 of my favourite players on the tour at the moment. Tsitsipas, because I'm just a sucker for the one-handed backhand and the big serve, but Sinner just for what a fighter he is and how much he raises his level in big games. I think this will be a fascinating game. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Sinner were to overcome Tsitsipas, who, when the pressure's on, hasn't always delivered. So that's a massive 4th round tie, but another big player is going to be knocked out. I mean, that could easily be a semi-final, but they're meeting in the 4th round, and I think it's going to be a fascinating match. On the Monday, we know that Bautista Agut will face Tommy Paul, and then de Minaur, the Australian, will face Novak Djokovic. So Djokovic with a lot of work still to do. Rublev versus Rune as the 5th and 9th seed meet in the 4th round on Monday. So some really exciting ties to look forward to. In the women's single on the Thursday, we did lose Ons Jabeur in 3 sets to Vondrousova. I hope I pronounced that right. And of course, we've still got Coco Gauff doing her thing, as well as Swiatek, I believe. So we'll look at who they're playing. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, Swiatek versus Wimbledon champion Rybakina. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think I remember being told in the Wimbledon coverage that it's Rybakina, not Rybakina. Gauff against Ostapenko. Pegula versus Krejcikova, and Azarenka versus Zhu as well. So some good ties there. Would really love to see Coco Gauff go really far. 18 years old, what an unbelievable talent. And Swiatek now against the Wimbledon champion in the 4th round. So we've got some really big ties in the 4th round. Where does that leave us later in the tournament? We'll have to look at the whole tree and see who could be potentially playing each other. But there are real opportunities there, especially on the men's side. I think Djokovic with his injury, but he's getting through. And the scores would suggest he's getting through fairly comfortably. And some of the players that have been knocked out, there's opportunities there for a Tsitsipas, a Sinner. Medvedev, I haven't even talked about Medvedev. Medvedev was knocked out in, I think, straight sets. Medvedev lost to Sebastian Korda. Yeah. 7-6, 6-3, 7-6. Okay, 2 tie breaks in there, but that would be really disappointing. So yeah, it's opened up massively. We'll keep following it here on DR Sports. And let us know your thoughts in the comments as well. And as we kind of get closer to those crunch games, don't worry, we'll be covering it in more detail. We might, don't promise anything, we might have a watch along for the final. But let's see how things go and what we can do here on DR Sports. But it is really hotting up for a surprise winner. Let's see what happens. Let's see how Djokovic continues to do. Let's see if Swiatek can win herself another slam as well, and see how Coco Gauff does as well. All right, we'll leave it there. Big thanks to everyone watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time.